Hello again. Now the main stories in London. The family of an 8-year-old girl who was killed when a Land Rover crashed through a school fence in Wimbledon say she was adored and loved by everyone. Selina Lau died on Thursday when a vehicle ploughed into the grounds of the Study Preparatory School, seriously injuring several others as well. A statement released on behalf of her family said Selina was an intelligent and cheeky girl, adored and loved by everyone. The family wishes their privacy to be respected at this sad time. Today, people continued to lay flowers at the scene of the crash as it was confirmed an 8-year-old girl and a woman in her 40s are in a critical condition in hospital. Those paying their respects at the scene of the crash are still trying to come to terms with what happened.
These young children were playing with their parents and carers in the safe confines of the school, innocently celebrating the upcoming summer holidays. It's the last day of term. And somehow to flip that into something so devastating as this, nothing that we could ever anticipate. And I think people are just here to process.
A man has been charged with the fatal stabbing of a 26-year-old who was attacked in Peckham. Rohan Trotman was taken to hospital after he was found injured in Nunhead Green around 2 weeks ago, but he died the following morning. 19-year-old Yusuf Callan from Marmont Road appeared at Thames Magistrates earlier today. Now, they're ultra-rare genetic diseases with no known cure, but the Dixon family from southwest London want to change that after discovering 2 of their children suffer from DHDDS. Mum Mel has started her own charity in an attempt to boost research to help find treatments, and she'll be joined by a famous face from EastEnders during a walk to raise funds tomorrow. Anna Geary went to meet them.
Enjoying a kickabout with their famous uncle. But this sort of activity can be tough for Joe Absalom's niece and nephew. Tom and Rosie have a DHDDS gene mutation. It causes them to suffer tremors, muscle twitches and learning difficulties. Now Joe, formerly Matthew Rose in EastEnders and Al in Doc Martin, is raising awareness on his family's struggles.
Everything is challenging, the coordination, balance. So if we go for a bike ride, you know, Rosie's always falling off, so we're picking her up and she gets up every time. She doesn't moan, she doesn't complain. And Thomas as well. They struggle every day with little things. But they're phenomenal warriors because they don't complain once.
Noticing her little ones were finding key tasks tricky, Mum Mel set out to make life easier. She founded a charity highlighting the symptoms of children with DHDDS variants. It's rare, with only 70 cases recorded worldwide.
The majority of patients that they've followed, unfortunately, symptoms have progressed, particularly in terms of the tremor affecting the whole of the body, making day-to-day tasks like eating, holding a cup to your mouth, really challenging.
What we now understand about this condition, which is still very limited actually, is that there may be an opportunity for us to intervene to prevent that going on.
So in a bid to stop her baby's challenges from getting worse, Mel is taking on one of her own tomorrow. She, alongside friends and family, have been preparing for a 50-kilometre hike from Windsor to Mortlake. The first fundraiser to kickstart a campaign to find a cure. Anna Geary, ITV News.
After never performing at Wembley Stadium during their successful careers, Blur will finally achieve that dream in the next few hours as they take to the famous stage this evening. Damon, Graham, Alex and Dave will play to 140,000 people tonight and tomorrow in the city where it all started back in 1988. And speaking to ITV News, they say they're extremely grateful for the opportunity.
To sit here, having started off in our little humble porter cabin in Colchester, Essex, at the age of 12 and 13, and to be here. So, thank you very much, everybody.
Well, take your coat if you're heading there because it's not looking good weather-wise. Here's James Wright with the forecast.
Whatever the weather, it always feels like home. Vaillant Heat Pumps and Boilers sponsor ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hi there, good evening. We've seen some heavy thundery showers around today. Risk of seeing a few more tomorrow. We're still holding on to the warm weather that you'll see this little plume here pushing across us. Once we get past that, focus is out on the west there for this low pressure system. It's being held roughly in place by the jet stream and it's going to really affect our weather well into next week. Back to this evening, still got the yellow warning in force for the thunderstorms, one or two heavy thundery showers just clinging on. Then rest of the night pretty calm, plenty clear spells around, but still holding on to that rather warm, humid weather. Temperatures down to 16 to 19 Celsius in town. Tomorrow then, just got this little plume here that could bring some heavy thundery showers. Could come in a little bit further west too, just got to keep an eye on that. Once that clears, it's back to sunny spells and showers. Again, one or two of these could turn out to be a little bit on the lively side. But temperatures starting to slide back to what we'd expect at this time of the year, highs of around 22 to 24 Celsius. As far as Monday goes, actually not looking too bad. Good sunny spells, and then eventually this little system will bring more heavy weather overnight into Tuesday. Then once that clears, sunny spells and showers are the order of the day. Here's your pollen.
Vaillant Heat Pumps and Boilers sponsor ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hello, summer. Piri sponsors ITV Pollen Count.
Pollen-wise, we are at the end of the season and we are expecting moderate counts tomorrow with the unsettled weather, but the drier day on Monday still getting us up to high, back to moderate on Tuesday. That's it. Have a good evening.
And that is all from us for now. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye.